week's video is 5 productivity hacks that every entrepreneur needs to know in 2025. And I was gonna film this in my office with a nice backdrop and good lighting, but you know what? Today is really busy. And instead of, trying to rush the video and go downstairs and make it look all nice, I'm just gonna talk to you in a natural habitat of me working in my kitchen. This is a real day in the life of an entrepreneur. Hi, my name is Cornelia. I am a Canadian-based entrepreneur. I make videos about building a candle business, being a creator, an actor, and a producer in the film and television space. And in today's video, I'm gonna take you through 5 productivity hacks that I have unlocked that have made a huge difference in my workflow. So if you are interested in that topic, keep on watching. And if you like videos like this, please subscribe and comment down below. I would love to hear from you. So let's dive right in. So the topic of the day is productivity. Now, what exactly is productivity? Well, the key principles of productivity are defined as prioritization, focus, task management, efficiency, and output. Are you happy with your productivity level in your business, in your life? Not everything revolves around productivity. Obviously, that's not what I'm saying. I'm more so meaning in your everyday workflow, are you happy with your output of work? Or are you kind of wandering around the house and then the end of the day happens and you're like, where did my day go? Whether you work at home or you work from the office, I think there are some tips that we can all keep in mind to have a more productive day. Because if you are more productive in a day, that means more time on the weekends or more time on days that you take off for yourself. You get time back for you, which I think is so important. And then that's personally why I like to be productive, because I can get as much done as I want to in a day. I feel accomplished at the end of the day, and then I don't have to work as much on the weekend. All around, I enjoy being productive. So a little bit more about me. I started working from home in 2021. It was very difficult coming from somebody who had worked in an office, worked on set for many years. As soon as I switched to working from home, I could not do it. I wasn't around people. I got distracted easily. I didn't know where my days went, and I just wasn't happy. I wasn't thriving. And as somebody, if you're like me, who thrives on being productive and getting things done and feeling accomplished at the end of the day, it was a problem. So I have learned a lot of different tools over the years to help with my productivity, and I have seen a huge difference. As somebody who, has like 5 or 6 different income streams, I definitely have to be strategic with my time, and I'm gonna break you through each one. So starting with number 1, I would say optimize your morning routine. It is so important to start your day off right. And I'm not saying you have to wake up at 5 a.m. or, do all these things like meditate and journal and stretch. Like I personally do wake up between 5 and 5:30 every day. That's mostly because I try to end my day by 6 o'clock. I'm not a night owl. And so I wake up early so that I can utilize quiet time to myself. I get up, I start working right away, and that works for me. Find out what works best for you, but I think if you set your day up for success in a way where you feel good, you feel aligned, and you know your priorities for the day, that'll definitely be a huge game changer in your productivity. If you start the day scattered, tired, like slouchy and mopey, probably isn't gonna lead to a very good day. So definitely kind of evaluate your morning routine and set up a morning routine that is like a dream for yourself and see if it sticks. My next tip is time blocking. Now, I've talked about this a lot on my channel, and I will not dive into it too in depth now. I think I will do an updated version for 2025. I did one last year, which you can watch here. But time blocking has saved the day with my productivity. Long gone are the days of it being 5 o'clock and you can't remember what you did that day. For me, I write everything down. Every hour of my day is blocked from 6 a.m. to about 6 p.m. Might sound crazy, but it is a huge help in knowing where your time goes, allotting like what you have to do in a day and making sure you get it done. And if you don't get it done, you can always push it to later in the week, but at least you won't forget. Some people like to have like a master to-do list for the week and then time block each day. I personally just time block kind of forever. My weeks mostly look the same, and then I move things around as needed. Like every morning, I know I have to check my emails. Weekly, I have like financial time blocked off. I have time to work on the blog, which if you have not checked out our blog, I run it with my best friend. It's called Living in Lifestyle, and we actually have a post specifically about productivity. So please check that out if you are interested in reading content like this. But exactly, like every week I do that. I work on my YouTube channel every week, and then my producing job, is the rest of the day. That's the big chunk. So I think it's just so important if you're somebody who's trying to juggle a lot, time blocking can make a huge difference in your life. My next point has to do with movement. Now, you might not necessarily think movement correlates with productivity, but taking breaks for movement in your day and living an active lifestyle will make a huge difference in how you feel. I feel so much better when I get out for a walk. Even when it's cold, even when it's rainy. I mean, I don't get out if it's like -40, but for the most part, if I can get out for a 10 to 15 minute walk in a day, I feel better. It not only gives your body a break from sitting, but it also gives your mind a break. It takes you away from the computer. It helps your eyes, it helps your brain, it gets your blood flowing. You'll have more energy throughout your day. I mean, I could go on and on about movement. I'm somebody who tries to work out, 5 days a week, but even just getting out for a simple walk every day in between all of the tasks you have to do, trust me, it'll help with your stress load and it'll help you refocus so that when you get back to your work, you can be more productive and you're wandering around the house a little bit less. Like today I went out for a half an hour walk. I ended up calling a friend on my walk, but that's a good chance for me to just stretch my legs and break up my day. Because if I don't, I'll literally be sitting here like this all day. And I mean, who wants to live like that? Point number 4 has to do with keeping a to-do list. So this is my big notepad that I keep for my producing job because there's a lot of tasks that constantly need to get done. So I write everything down. I also have to-do lists on my computer, in my notes app, a section in my Notion. But basically, if you can keep a space where you write down what you need to do, that's also huge. It just allows for less confusion and less overwhelm on the brain. Like every month I have, kind of an ongoing to-do list. And when I get it on paper, get it, written somewhere, I just feel so much better. I think having a to-do list kind of goes hand in hand with time blocking. Like if okay, this is what I have to do this week, or this is what I have to do today, you can input it into your calendar. If you don't want to take it that far, then, just checking it off on the to-do list and allocating time every day to kind of work on those to-dos will be huge. I think the biggest thing for me is I get very overwhelmed when I know I have to do this and I have to do this and I have to do this, and then I just freak out. So when I put it on paper, it's nice to be able to check it off, and then with time you just feel really proud of yourself because you're getting everything done. So I'm a big advocate for to-do lists, and I personally really like paper. Also, I use Notion. I can show you what my Notion looks like here, and then I also I have an agenda as well. So kind of just work out, what's best for your system. And last but not least, if you are feeling like you're stuck in a rut or you have tasks that you've been putting off, which is hindering your productivity, I would suggest just start and you will find a flow from there. The amount of times when I've dreaded starting a project or been dragging my feet on this very important task, if I can just begin it, the rest is just so much easier. Even if you allocate 20 minutes to doing that terrible chart that you have to make, start it. Once you begin it, you'll probably be like, it's not that bad. And I can't tell you how many times I've been in that scenario and I just get it done and I'm so much happier. So start and then find your flow. So those are my top 5 tips that every entrepreneur needs to know in 2025 in terms of how to maximize productivity. Well, and like I said at the beginning, it's not all about just being productive all the time and hustling. That's not what I'm trying to promote. I'm just trying to say that it's important to utilize the time that you have because we all are short on time. And if you want to live your life to the fullest and get some time back for yourself, maybe for your family, for seeing friends, going to the gym, it's so amazing when you can utilize your days and get things done and then free up some time down the line. So those are my 5 lessons for today. Like I said, check out the blog post if you're interested. I've linked it down below, and I'm really excited to continue creating content for you all. And if you have any video ideas, please don't forget to put them down below. I'd love to hear from you. I'll see you next week. Bye.